What does Hitler have to do with your life? Probably more than you think, because the mistake that destroyed him is the same mistake ruining a lot of people's lives. And it's not what you expect. Now, before you click away thinking this is just a history video, this story is really about human nature, about loyalty, about ego, about staying attached to people who slowly destroy your peace. At first, they seem fun, confident, interesting, maybe even broken in a way that makes you want to help them. But slowly, something changes. Your energy starts disappearing. You feel stressed all the time. You lose focus. Your life starts becoming more about fixing their problems than building your own future. And the scary part is this: most people don't notice it until years of their life are already gone. And one of the biggest examples in history was Adolf Hitler. Because Hitler made one huge mistake. A mistake that slowly destroyed everything he built. At first, it didn't look like a mistake at all. It looked like loyalty, like friendship, like strength. And that's why it became dangerous. By the end of this video, you'll understand what that mistake was, how it quietly destroys people's lives every day, and how to spot it before it ruins yours too. The story starts during World War II. Hitler was on top of the world. Germany was winning. Most people thought he couldn't be stopped. But behind the scenes, there was a problem growing. A person, an alliance, a connection that would slowly drain Germany from the inside. At first, it looked like a smart move. Hitler believed he found someone who shared his vision, someone powerful, someone he admired. That man was Benito Mussolini. To Hitler, Mussolini looked fearless, confident, like a legend. But appearances can fool you, because some people look strong from far away, while secretly bringing chaos everywhere they go. And toxic people almost never look toxic in the beginning. At first, they feel exciting, motivating, loyal. They make you feel stronger just by being around them. But eventually, the cracks start showing. And once you get emotionally attached, walking away becomes hard. That's the trap. Because now you're no longer thinking clearly. You stay because of loyalty, because of history, because you already invested too much. And this is how people slowly destroy their lives, not through one giant mistake, but through small bad decisions repeated over and over. Hitler's real mistake didn't destroy him overnight. It happened slowly. And by the time he realized it, it was already too late. The problem started almost immediately. Trying to look powerful like Hitler, Mussolini invaded Greece. It was a complete disaster. The Greeks embarrassed the Italian army. Then in North Africa, Italian forces started collapsing against the British. Again and again, Mussolini created problems that Germany had to fix. And this is where the story becomes really relatable. Because once you connect yourself to chaos, you slowly start carrying problems that were never yours. Hitler had to send German troops to clean up Mussolini's mess. He had to waste soldiers, fuel, time, and attention fixing Italy's failures. Some historians even believe these distractions delayed Hitler's invasion of the Soviet Union, weeks that may have changed history. At that point, the alliance was no longer helping Germany. Germany was basically babysitting Italy. And there's an important lesson here. Some people don't only ruin their own lives, they pull everyone around them down too. And they don't even have to be evil. Some people create chaos because they're arrogant, others because they're irresponsible, others because they always play the victim. Wayne Dyer once said, "You become what you think about all day long." But honestly, you also become the environment you spend time in. If you spend enough time around drama and negativity, it starts feeling normal. You stop noticing the excuses, the manipulation, the stress, the emotional chaos, and one day you wake up exhausted, wondering why your life feels so heavy. Your attention is your life. That's the real currency. Not money, not status, your energy, your focus, your peace. And every second spent dealing with unnecessary chaos steals energy from your future. That's why negative people are dangerous. Not because they ruin one day, but because they slowly drain your mind over time. Even when they're not around, you're still thinking about them. You replay conversations. You stress about what they'll do next. You carry their problems in your head all day. And slowly, you become exhausted. Not because you're weak, but because your energy is leaking into people who only consume and destroy. That's exactly what happened to Germany. Every soldier, every tank, every drop of fuel used to help Italy was something Germany couldn't use somewhere else. Italy became a constant problem, and the deeper Hitler got into that relationship, the harder it became to escape. Because one of the hardest things for human beings is admitting they were wrong. Hitler could have cut Mussolini off, but emotionally, he couldn't do it. And honestly, a lot of people do the same thing. They stay in toxic friendships, bad relationships, destructive business partnerships. Not because things are good, but because leaving would force them to face reality. Deep down, most people already know who's draining them. They just hope things will magically change. But here's the truth. You cannot fix someone who refuses to fix themselves. And sometimes the more you sacrifice for people, the more they take from you. Germany kept bleeding resources trying to save a failing alliance. At some point, the relationship stopped being strategic. It became emotional. An emotional attachment becomes dangerous when it blinds you to reality. Because when you stay connected to chaos for too long, part of that chaos eventually becomes you. So, what can you actually learn from this? How do you stop yourself from becoming trapped in someone else's dysfunction? First, stop ignoring patterns. Anyone can make a mistake. A mistake is human, but repeated chaos is character. If someone constantly creates drama, instability, excuses, betrayal, or destruction, believe the pattern. Second, pay attention to how people affect your energy. Do you feel inspired after being around them? Focused, motivated, clear-minded? Or do you feel anxious, heavy, drained, emotionally exhausted? Your nervous system notices danger long before your ego admits it. Third, learn the difference between helping and enabling. Helping supports growth. Enabling protects people from consequences. And when people never face consequences, they rarely change. This applies to friendships, relationships, business partnerships, even family. Finally, understand this difficult but liberating truth. You cannot save people who are committed to self-destruction. You can love them, care about them, wish the best for them. But if they continuously drag you into darkness, walking away is not cruelty. Sometimes it's wisdom. Sometimes distance is the only thing that saves your future. History is filled with empires destroyed by bad alliances. But ordinary lives collapse the exact same way. Quietly, slowly, emotionally. The people around you are either strengthening your future or quietly eroding it. So take an honest look at your circle. Who brings clarity into your life? Who brings discipline, purpose, growth? And who constantly brings distraction, chaos, drama, and emotional exhaustion? Because one of the most important skills you will ever learn is knowing when loyalty becomes self-destruction. If this video made you rethink the people around you, subscribe and join me for more lessons from history, psychology, and human nature. Because the biggest battles in life are rarely fought on battlefields. They're fought in the choices you make about who gets access to your mind, your energy, your attention, and your future.